Hello and welcome to the British Carp Cups Final. We're here at Branston Water Park in Burton-upon-Trent, a beautiful old mature gravel pit set upon a nature reserve. There's carp in here to well over the £30 mark. Now it's not going to be an easy weekend for these anglers. The water level is slightly low and the weed is high. So let's have a quick recap and a look at our regional champions. So there we have it, our top four from the Southern, Midlands and Northern. Some of these names you guys are going to recognise. Not forgetting Jamie Launders, Billy Flowers, England internationals. Then you have Darren Wilcox and Jason Traw that are back-to-back Northern champions. So the competition underway and we've had our first fish landed. It's gone to England internationals, Billy Flowers and Jamie Launders. They've landed a lovely little mirror carp, a fully scaled one at that, at £8, 2 ounces, and a great start for these boys. One thing is for sure, if the fish are in front of them, these lads will catch them. No sooner have Billy and Jamie returned their fish and Gads Broadhurst is into the second fish of the competition. A lovely little mirror carp going on the scales at £9, 12 ounces, putting him into the lead. So peg 4, Warman and Wheatley, they're into the second fish of the competition, and as you can see by the line, there is quite a lot of weed around. Keeping the rod tip fairly low, it's quite a common match tactic that is. It makes the fish come straight at you rather than up in the water, which means you can get them in a little bit quicker. Calling over to his partner there to remove that weed off the line. It could not really help him at all, that. If he gets tangled up with his eye, it could end up a little bit tight. So his partner wading into the water there, and you can see the water's quite shallow. He's going to get that net under the fish. No, fish is out. Have they lost it? That fish looks like it's swimming away to me. Yes, lost fish. Now that is not going to be good news for those two.
So here we are in peg 4 with Glenn and Duncan. These guys qualified from the Southern Carp Cup Final and they had a fish early doors. Duncan, tell us about your fish. What was your approach?
Well, our approach at the moment is solid bags. There's a lot of weed out in front of us, so yeah, it was basically a solid bag, casting into the weed, and within about half an hour we had our first fish on the bank. So
you must have been pleased to get that one
out
the blocks,
definitely.
On the way, you know, hopefully catch a few more fish.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
And it did result in that, didn't it? You had another fish shortly after, to which was unfortunately lost at the net. Glenn, what happened?
Yeah, well, we got it in, got it over the net, great big ball of weed in front of it, and it just spat the hook out over the net.
So back in the swim, England internationals, Billy Flowers, Jamie Launders, into their second fish. This looks to be a bit of a better fish, this one. The marshal there just lifting it up onto the scales. Looks high 25 to me. And yes, £25, 14 ounces. That's a great fish for this competition. Those boys are going to be really happy with that one. And no sooner as that fish returned and Billy is bent into another one. These boys, like I said earlier, if the fish are in front of them, they are not going to let that slide. And by this, you can tell. Billy there keeping the rod tip high, trying to keep the fish out of that weed that's hanging around. The water level is super low. You can tell by the island in the distance just how low that water is. Partner Jamie getting into the water there, setting the net back up. They've just landed that 25 and they've got their second fish on again. And they've got a third fish. Now it looks to be quite a lot of weed around that fish. So Jamie's going to get in there nice and close with the net so he can ensure he gets the whole ball of weed and hopefully the fish that's in it into the net. Good angling skills there. That looks like it's in the net to me. Now the important bit, let's get it up on the scales.
£8, 1 ounce.
£8 1 ounce. And third fish for Flowers and Londers.
One more.
Here I am with Billy Flowers. Jamie's putting the rods back out because they've just had fish in quick succession. These guys are the reigning Southern Carp Cup champions and also Team England members. Billy, what's happened for these first few hours?
Yeah, it's been pretty hectic the first few hours. Like I say, Jamie's just redoing his rods because it's actually 3 fish we've had now. We've only been fishing probably 3 hours. We had a bite within about 40 minutes. That was a little stocky of about £8. Followed about an hour later with an original, lovely fish, just over 25. And then whilst we was floating that, we had the other rod went of a different spot, another stocky of about £8. So yeah, I think we're sitting on about £42 in first at the moment.
Yeah, well,
not
that's
too bad.
top of the leaderboard. Everyone's going to think you're going to be racing away with this. What tactics have you applied?
Yeah, nothing too complicated at all. We're just literally fishing solid bags, so we're just fishing for a bite at a time. This sort of looked at the size of the water and what we've got in front of us, and it didn't seem like a bait water, and we didn't want to kill our swim straight away, so we just thought we'd fish for a bite, and it's paying off. So I think we're just going to fish throughout the match as solid bags, re-chucking every couple of hours.
There we go, looking across the lake. Ryan Need into their first fish. It comes across. He's got his net under it. Oh, it's given another powerful run. As you can see, the weed causing Ryan a few problems there. He's tied up in the end of the rod. He's dropped down now, so he should be able to gain a bit. There we go. Great angler Ryan and his partner Wayne. Very well known around the match scene. It's always very nerve-wracking, that first fish. Once you're off the mark, the nerves settle. Picks up the net. Is it in? Is it in? Again, a lot of weed. And that looks to be in the net. And there we go, Ryan Need, Wayne Mansard off the mark. So let's scoot round there and get that fish weighed. First fish, Ryan Need, £8 8 ounce, and another lovely looking mirror carp.
Well, here I am in Peg 8 with Simon and Phil. They're the defending champions. They've had one fish that's going to put them into second place. Guys, what tactics have you used for today?
Well, we turned up. Obviously, we got Peg 8. We looked at it, the water's well down by about 3 foot, something like that. And the bars up there, I mean, you can't see it now with the sun's not out, but the bars are like absolutely just gleaming. Too obvious. Put a marker float out there about a foot, so we've not seen any fish going over them, so we've kind of kept off them, gone to the edge of them. We've put bags out, size had zigs on. I had it on a bag, the fish of the caught, 17.2. We're not sure if we're going to change it or we don't know yet. We'll just have to see.
So as we got to the end of the first day, our current leaders, England internationals Jamie Londers and Billy Flowers, they've landed 3 fish for £42 1 ounce. In second place, our current champions, Simon Burry and Phil Higgins, with 1 fish for £17 10. In third place, Duncan Warman, Glenn Wheatley, 1 fish for £12 10. That fish they lost will really be hurting them. And in fourth place, Gaz Broadhurst with 1 fish for £9 12. Wayne Mansford Ryan Need coming up in fifth with £8 8.
It's going to be close, man.
Section common of the match. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Go back on the spot.
I've already clipped it up for you, it's mint. You've got enough rod over there at the minute though, Dan, so it don't really matter. Oh, it has, son. Daniel Holiday. Man of the moment right there, son. Man of the moment.
12 ounces.
21.
Oh, Dan, I'm proper buzzing for you.
What did you call? £21, 12 ounces.
Yes, good, son.
It's behaving like a trooper.
It's a mincer. Proper nice fish. It's original, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Dan, where's your lighter, son?
In my pocket.
Oh, that's mint.
Peg 5, AJ and Dan, British Carp Cup Finals. It was a really quiet night last night, but you managed to catch one this morning. Tell us about it.
Well, there weren't nothing showing for the first couple of hours. Then I seen 3 shows against the island. Wound in, chucked a lead around. Took me about 5-10 minutes and put a rod on it.
So you found your spot, and
Yeah.
it was £21.12, which has put you in second place, so you've got to be pleased with that.
Definitely.
What sort of tactics are you employing to catch these fish then?
Just like little pop-ups, really, like different colours. And yeah, we picked that one up on a yellow, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got like a few different colours out there. Trying to pick up the small fish in there, the stockies, but caught an original, so we ain't moaning.
Well, you can't decide what ends up on the
That's
hook,
it.
and if you catch one of the originals, all well and good.
Another one of them would be in first.
But
Yeah,
your actual tactics were to catch a few of the smaller ones and get a good weight.
Yeah, but we ain't seen any fish this morning, so. But the wind's pushing up here. We've had one a few hours ago, so you never know. A few
Take it
more,
from
be
there.
nice, yeah. Not going to do anything like major, like start spodding and that. We're just going to take it easy and just hopefully the fish will come to us, sort of thing, you know.
So I'm back in the swim, peg 9, with Billy Flowers and Jamie Londers. They had such a great session yesterday afternoon. They managed to land 3 fish in quick succession. Everybody else around the lake managed to pick up the odd fish to the evening, but then it went completely quiet. Up until this morning, where Billy's had some disappointment. Billy, what went wrong?
Yeah, basically we had a bite this morning, and it was all good. We had the bite, planned the fish, done all the hard work, got it right to the net, and unfortunately it sort of spat the hook and swam away. And the day before, we found such a pucker spot on the island, which also produced 2 fish. One of them was a good one as well, one of the originals. So we decided to move 2 rods onto that one spot. The spot is really, really small, so obviously the rods are like really close. And it's actually caused us to lose a fish, because as soon as we had the bite this morning, it's picked up the other rod. So not only you got the weed to contend with, bringing it back through all them weed beds, you're actually bringing back another rod as well. So every time you want to ping off the weed, which we was trying to do in the margin, it just wouldn't happen because the other rod's over it. It was like you need to go over that rod and under with that rod and pull off the weed, and the fish is just behind, which we could see the fish. So it's just a case of picking the net up, just about to scoop at the fish, like didn't even get a chance to scoop, and we see the fish and just watched it spit the hook bait and it just casually swam off. And
So it
it's
created
one of
absolute carnage for you, and you accidentally sort of dropped that fish. It can't be helped really, can it?
No, but watching it get that close, I mean, you'd rather have lost it halfway out. Seeing it there, because I mean, we see it as probably £8 to £10. So I mean, we're sitting at £42, so it would have definitely put us just over that £50 mark, which I'd have thought was quite a comfortable position. But yeah, we hopefully have to get a few more bites.
Well, you're still in the lead at first place on the leaderboard with the 3 fish. But not only that, I've noticed you've only got 3 rods out.
Yeah, I'm down to 3 rods now because unfortunately I've got to fish the last half of this match with on my own. Jamie's had to shoot off. He's got his daughter's birthday, so I have to finish this last half off on my own. So hopefully I can nick a few and keep us in that leading spot.
So looking across the lake there, Dan Holiday, AJ Collier on the net. Sterling work by AJ there. That looks to be a good fish. Those boys are going to be very happy with that. So let's head round there and check the weight of that fish.
Yes.
20 pound, 10 ounces.
Yes, good man, son.
You just sit and watch.
I can't believe his mouth. Look at it. Look where you hooked it. You're only just like meant to be. This is.
Peg 5 with Dan Holiday, and he's our new leader by 5 ounces. How close is that, Dan?
Very close. A bit worried about Bill and Jay because 5 ounces is nothing really. And then you've got other pegs that have got stockies in front of them, you know, and I think they'll accumulate a weight quick.
So did you catch that fish off of your spots, or have you been trying new spots?
I've tried 1 or 2 new spots, you know, and put a bit of bait out. So,
Are you confident you can get some more?
yeah, hopefully.
Well, competition's hotting up. There's 5 ounces between first and second, and there's still over 24 hours to go. Anything can happen. I'm not going to make a prediction. It is that close.
So we have new leaders, Dan Holiday and AJ Collier. They've had 2 fish now, 42 pound 6 ounce, ahead of England internationals Jamie Londers and Billy Flowers. They're only 5 ounces behind. In third place, Tony and Jeff Reynolds. They've had a fish of 23 pound 6 ounces, bringing them into the 3rd position. So with just 3 hours of this competition to go, it couldn't be closer for the top 2 spots. Only 5 ounces separating them. It's at times like this that you think, wow, what if I'd have landed that fish? What difference could that fish have made me? But these boys never give up. There's 3 hours still to go. So without further ado, let's get on with that and see who's going to be crowned our British Carp Cups champion.
Well, it's the final morning of the British Carp Cup Finals, and I'm with Dan Holiday in Peg 5. There's been a few fish out overnight, but you've just taken a 15-pound lead with another original carp. Are you confident?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've seen fish, you know, and it's just a waiting game now. Hopefully I can just nick one before the horn goes.
So you stayed up all night, finding new spots?
Yeah, it's been a long weekend, you know. 48 hours, all night, no sleep.
Yeah, you look a bit tired.
Exhausted.
Absolutely exhausted. So, but you've got to do these things, as you say. You was
Yeah.
worried about Billy and Jamie. They're your main competition at the moment, but there's other fish coming out all over the lake, so anything could happen. So you sort of stay on your game.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stockies around and they're shoaling up, you know, and people can get a quick weight.
Well, even if you catch a couple of stockies now,
Yeah.
you know,
Be
it will
nice.
boost your weight and make that lead a little bit bigger. So we're going to the final few hours, and anything could still happen. It is that close at the top.
And there we go, with only a few hours of this competition left, Tony and Jeff Reynolds have had a double take, landing 2 fish, one of 10 pounds 6 ounce and another of 9 pounds 6 ounce, both beautiful mirror carps. And what that's going to have done is put them 15 ounces ahead of Jamie Londers and Billy Flowers and up into 2nd position.
So here I am in Peg 7 with Jeff and Tony. The guys had a slow start to the match. Not a lot happened for the first 12 to 24 hours, but then yesterday afternoon things really picked up for them. They had 3 fish yesterday and they had another 2 or 3 this morning, but they've also lost a couple. This could have been a real close battle for those at the top. Guys, what happened?
Well, it's just like you say, it was really slow yesterday in the morning, and basically the first 24 hours we didn't really see any fish at all, and it just felt really dead up here. And then about midday started seeing some fish showing out long, and so put a couple of rods out there, just fishing some solid bags over the top of some thick weed, and started nicking a few bites. And like I say, we had 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Lost a couple as well, quite frustrating, right against the net, just loads of weed all over them. And but it's carried on. We carried on through the night, and kept, you know, every couple of hours getting another fish. Lost another one, and then this morning we've had 2. So yeah, so we're you know.
Well, you've got to be pleased. Everybody seems to have lost a couple of fish. They've used the same approach as you, putting solid PVA bags in the weed. But now you're right up there in contention for this title. You must be feeling happy.
Well, we certainly are feeling happy. Yeah, we think now that another 2 stockies that are
the ones we're catching, sort of around about the £10 mark. If we could get a couple more of those, we'd be right in #1 position. So
well, that's it. See,
we're
out of
hoping.
nowhere, this match style of fishing, anything can happen. These guys have come out of the blue to get there. Couple of more fish and they could be on the top step. Let's see what happens in the final few hours.
So, moving into the final moments of this competition, we see AJ Collier and Dan Holliday, our current leaders, nervously waiting for that final hooter. And there we go, our new British Carp Cup champions, AJ Collier and Dan Holliday. So there we have it, our leaderboard and our new champions, Dan Holliday and AJ Collier, taking 3 fish for £67 6 ounces. In second place, they landed 2 quick fish this morning, Tony and Jeff Reynolds with 6 fish for £53 6 ounces. Taking second place over Jamie Londers and Billy Flowers by just a mere 15 ounces. Jamie and Billy finishing on 4 fish for £52 7.
Well done, guys. And also your shearer, well, the winners of the pool. Lake Shearer. Right, okay.
Looked like you was fishing with me then.
Yeah.
So there we have it, our newly crowned British Carp Cup champions, AJ Collier, Daniel Holliday. AJ, tell us about this experience.
It's been a great experience for the both of us. Started at Newbridge, the Northern Final. It was a good match, wasn't it, Dan?
Yeah. That was close battle. It was one fish that got you through, was it not?
Yeah, it was a close battle, 1 fish. We lost one at the end as well, which we were gutted about, but it's fishing for you. And yeah, come here and things have just gone to plan, to be honest.
Well, Dan, tell us what's happened for this weekend's match.
It was an epic battle really between 3 pegs, you know. Tried my hardest and it's paid off.
And it was 3 originals that got it for you. £67 6 ounces. You couldn't have asked for more, really.
No, not really.
And you must be really happy right now. How are you feeling?
Chuffed.
Chuffed. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, our newly crowned British Carp Cup champions.
So there we have it, an awesome end to the regional championships brought to you by the British Carp Cups. From all of us here at Branston Water Park, thank you for tuning in. Well done to AJ Collier and Dan Holliday on becoming the new British Carp Cup champions. So all you anglers out there, in the words of Adam Reed, you're not going to catch them sat at home, so get yourselves out there and go fishing.